All right, amigos, welcome to Unidad Cuatro Platos Típicos. I'm going to speak purposely slow. This screencast seems to glitch a lot. So I've recorded this several times and it hasn't worked. But what we're going to do is I'm going to read with you. You're going to read out loud with me. We're going to describe things as best we can. So it really comes down to your ability to do this the right way. Okay? So if I tell you to describe something, you're literally going to be speaking to yourself. This is so important, okay? To keep your Spanish at a high level. So say it with me. Platos típicos. We'll say it again. Platos típicos. Work on that accent. Ok, el plato típico es un plato tradicional de un país. Okay. Por ejemplo, México tiene un plato tradicional, se llama mole. Look at the photos here. Describe each plate as best you can. I'm going to pause. You're going to pause the screen. I'm not going to pause it because I'm recording. For example, you could say, en una foto yo veo un huevo muy grande. También yo veo muchos frijoles con colores diferentes. Okay, do your best. Pause the screen. Try to describe every plate here. Part 2. Read with me. ¿Qué es un plato típico? Okay, out loud with your best accent. Here we go. Un plato típico es un plato tradicional. Cada país en el mundo tiene un plato que representa el país. So question 1 to you. En tu opinión, ¿cuáles son los platos típicos de los Estados Unidos? ¿Y tienes un plato típico en tu casa? Okay, I want you to take a moment. I want you to go into your most detailed answer, pause the screen, look at those two questions. Okay, respond to them in detail. Okay. Part 3. Read with me. Platos típicos y famosos. En Latinoamérica la comida es muy fresca. Muchas personas compran la comida en mercados que están en las calles. También hay tiendas y supermercados grandes donde puedes comprar comida para tu familia. Take a moment here, pause the screen and translate that for me right now. If you translated it correctly, it should sound like this. In Latin America, the food is very fresh. A lot of people buy the food in markets that are in the streets. Also, there are lots of stores and supermarkets, big supermarkets, where you can buy food for your family. So here's un mercado típico en Ecuador, very cheap, muy barato. Take a moment and see how much food you can describe and color in this photo. Pause the screen, describe everything you can. Okay, part 4. Here are some examples of platos típicos. Now, while you're home on kind of quarantine, I would recommend trying to make a few of these for fun. A plato típico peruano is one called lomo saltado. Take a moment, see if you can describe it. For example, I would say, yo veo arroz blanco con carne, también yo veo cebolla en un plato blanco y se ve muy rico, como es un plato muy tradicional y rico. Otro plato típico peruano es arroz con mariscos. Again, pause and describe. Un plato típico de Argentina es empanadas. Again, pause and describe. Un plato típico en México son tamales. Pause and describe. Los tacos al pastor. You can get these at the La Serena on Mermaid Street. Little secret, not on the menu. Not a lot of people know. And guacamole. Okay, I want you to answer these 4 questions out loud. ¿Qué es tu comida favorita y por qué? ¿Comes comida mexicana y cuál es tu plato favorito? ¿Y cuál es el mejor restaurante mexicano en Laguna Beach y por qué? Long answers, lots of detail. Speak with yourself. Okay, amigos, this is how we're going to have to go for the next couple weeks. So do your best. We are going to present this live for a test in a few weeks, so you want to be keeping your language sharp. Okay? Adios, gracias.